Alright, sorry about that, guys. Having microphone problems. Some idiot forgot to plug the microphone back into the computer. So, so sorry about that delayed start there. Having issues. I went to stop the music and start talking to you and realize I didn't have a microphone to talk to. So, how's everybody doing? The whole 4 people that are here. I see Jay and Sad Max, so this might be a Mike is clipping like crazy. I see Jay and Sad Max, so this might be a Mike is clipping like crazy. Well, I'm a little close to it too. How's that? Is that a little better? Turn the gain down a little bit. For some reason, it seems to be pretty high compared to normal. Hey Sean, how are you doing? So this video today is sponsored by Prada. He keeps deciding he wants to be on screen, so here he is. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I don't know. So any other time I have to have the gain really high on the microphone for it to work properly, and for some reason today it's working like it's supposed to. So I don't know if something happened, or I don't know. Maybe plugging it into that evil PC screwed it up. Oh, so here's a floof ball. Say hi. Oh. So what happened is I brought home somebody wasn't really thinking straight. So when I wanted to do my stream the other day, for New Year's Eve, I brought 2 computers home. I brought home a laptop and I brought home a 3.1 Mac Pro. Well, I was thinking, well, if the laptop doesn't work for streaming, I can use the 3.1 Mac Pro just for, a quick and basic stream. Not realizing that the 3.1 Mac Pro does not have Wi-Fi. So I wouldn't have been able to use it anyway because there's no Ethernet in my bedroom. So, which is on the other side of this wall here. My bedroom's right over behind here. So, so that wouldn't have worked anyway. But I wanted to bring this machine home and go over it, and it should still work. I mean, it was working when I took it out of service, but there's no video card in it. It does have memory, and I have this SSD was floating around in it, so I'm assuming this is probably the SSD for the computer. But I also have some memory here, and for some reason I seem to think 2 of these are 4 meg DIMMs, but I don't recall which ones. So maybe we could shove some of this in there, take a look and see what we got going on there. There's 16 gigs in the machine now. Hi Prada. So I don't know, I might just leave that alone. 16 gigs, I don't know, probably should be enough for what I want to use it for. Hi Steve. Hey Mike. Sean. Sean from Action Retro put out a new Minecraft video today. This guy is obsessed with Minecraft, I swear. So thanks to his series of videos that he's done on Minecraft lately, I think I'm going to try installing Minecraft on my iMac G5 and connecting to his G5 Minecraft server. Come on. So, hey Christian, how you doing? So, I think I might give that a try here a little later today, and just fire up the iMac G5 just to, let it know it's still loved. So, because it's going to start getting used more full time here shortly. So, Minecraft is a hell of a drug. Yes, I've never played Minecraft. I don't know why. I just never really got into it. So it'll be interesting. Hell, I might get into it and be addicted. Hard telling. So, Prada Christopher, what are you doing? You do not have to be on me every second of every day. Yeah, I seen Dana said he was already there. So, yeah, I want to see how it goes. So, I prefer real Legos over the computer generator ones. Oh, Jay. So, well, I don't know. Like I said, I'll try it out, see if I like it. I mean, if nothing else, it'll give me something to play with while I'm doing the iMac G5 for the Power PC Challenge. So, because I'm not going to be playing any of my normal games that I would normally play. So, I was like, what the hell, I can play this thing on a retro machine, see what happens. A retro machine connecting to retro machines. Yeah, well, Prada? Well, Sean's Pismo PowerBook, even with the G4 upgrade, couldn't handle it. Which isn't terribly surprising. I mean, the video card in that thing is pretty minuscule. And the system bus speed on that thing's pretty slow. So it's not terribly surprising it couldn't handle it. Now, I don't know. Your iMac G3 with your Voodoo card might actually be able to do something there, Steve. But I still think we're going to be seeing low frame rates on an iMac G3. So, but who knows? So, oh, it doesn't surprise me that G5 is handling server like a champ. That thing is wicked. They're wicked powerful. I mean, and like you said in your video, Sean, once you got the 64-bit version of Linux on there, running all 64-bit processes, using both processors efficiently and using the full amount of memory you have, yeah, I mean, it's not surprising that it's handling it just fine. I mean, those computers had a hell of a lot more powerful than they were, had a lot more power than they were ever given credit for. And, if stuff is running on it that is made to take advantage of the power that the computer has, then, it's going to run pretty good. So, it's not surprising that it's actually doing pretty well. They were made for that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is up to pretty modern specs. And, if my G5 actually wasn't being used as a server, which its days might actually be numbered doing that, excuse me, I might actually consider doing something like that on my, I have an earlier, or lower end, I should say, dual processor 1.8 G5. Mine is the lower end version. I only have, the 4 DIMM slots in mine. I think mine's a 2003 model, or it might be a 2004 model. So it only maxes out at 4 gigs of RAM, which truthfully is still a lot of memory for a G5. So, oh, Steve, don't you have you have a G5 Xserve too? So, here's an idea. We got Jay. He has his G5 Xserve and all of his G5 cluster nodes. I wonder how that would handle a Minecraft server. I mean, I think he's got 5 or 6 cluster nodes hooked up to his G5 Xserve, and I wonder if we could load Linux on that to take advantage of the power of the cluster nodes, and then have one hell of a Minecraft server going there, Sean. That would be awesome. Yeah. Then we could actually put those things to use, Jay, instead of them just sitting in your rack in your basement. Yeah. Yeah. Well, one of your iMac G5s doesn't work. Wow, 7 G5 cluster nodes and 4 regular G5 Xserves. Wow. Kate, that's not a room heater. That's a house heater right there. Oh my God. Not to mention the electric. I can't even imagine how much electric that would use. 4 G5 Xserves and 7 G5 cluster nodes all running at once. Plus, on top of that, he's got the Xserve RAID in the rack. Oh my Lord. Yeah, but that would make a great Minecraft server there, Sean. That would definitely be interesting. House heat will come from the fuse box glowing red hot. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, you probably need a 60 or 80 amp circuit just to run all those at once. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Oh my Lord. Oh, ooh, excuse me. Hi Joe Green, how are you doing? So, one development going on here. So, the jackasses at Comcast, in like the worst possible time, have now decided to implement a data cap on their internet service. Yeah. So, now, as of January 1st, with your hyper expensive $60 internet service, you now have a data cap of 1.2 terabytes of data. So, and then they are going to start charging you for each 50 gigabytes you go over the 1.2 terabytes. So, I was reviewing my data usage because I was curious to see how much data I actually use. And up until November, I actually never got close to the data cap. It's between 600 and 800 gigabytes. So, I was thinking, it's like, well, what happened in November that I would start using so much data? Well, I kind of figured out that it's probably these streams, because I've been doing 2 streams a week for the last month and a half at least, if not more. And I have a feeling that these live streams are eating my data alive, which is not terribly surprising. I am streaming at full HD, although this camera is not HD. Well, it's not full HD. At 60 frames a second. So, yeah, I'm probably eating up my data with these live streams. So, we're probably going to have to cut down on the number of live streams. Now, as of for January and February, Comcast says they are not going to charge people for going over. So, we'll see what happens. Well, I just think that's rather shitty of them. Excuse my language, but yeah, that's. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. That sounds like Comcast. So, yeah, Kate, do you have Comcast there, or do you have another cable company? Because I mean, Comcast are just a bunch of asses. I mean, there's no data caps with Verizon or anyone else, so. Good thing I rated your wired service and defense. Yeah, ain't that the truth? So hey Trina, Kate. No, Sean. The FiOS cuts off at the county line, which is 2 miles south of me. I had FiOS before I moved up where I'm at now, and I loved it. I had 50/50 internet through Verizon FiOS, and it cost me $50 a month. I have 100 down, 6 up through Comcast here, and it cost me $53 a month. So yeah, it's horrible. And then my only other solution is CenturyLink, DSL through CenturyLink, because CenturyLink doesn't have fiber here either, and that's $16.3, and that's $65 a month. So it's it's just insane. So yeah, I know you were, Steve. So yeah, well, data cap should be illegal here too. I don't see how it's costing Comcast any more money. You know, it's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's just Comcast's way of making more money when everybody is at home doing work from home and doing video conferencing and everything else. So, you know, oh, yours is only 3 megs a second. Well, I don't feel so bad. Mine's 6 megs a second. You know, 6 megs a second upstream and 100 megs a second down. It's like, hey Dana. So, yeah, it's just it's Comcast wanting more money. That's all it is. You know. So I thought about going to business class, but that's a little out of my price range right now. I mean, business class does have superior internet service and everything, but it definitely does cost more money. So yeah, this is true, Jay. So yeah, I think internet data cap should be illegal. You know, this country needs to take a lesson from Europe. You know, where they've had far superior internet. So yeah, I believe that, Christian, with your servers. So oh, let's get on with it. So I got this monster here. How about now? Is that better? Alright. Yeah, some idiot forgot to hook the microphone up before he started streaming, so now all of my scenes in OBS are screwed up. So we got a fun little project here. I don't know if I'd really call it a project. I mean, I used this computer for quite some time. I got this machine from Steve, a couple years ago. And this is if you guys ever hear me make jokes with Steve about my dual processor 3,1, this is the one I'm talking about. Um, he got a whole bunch of these from a recycler that he knows, and I think he got 5 or 6 of them, and most of them worked. You know, they booted up and everything. And so he sold me this one or traded me. I don't even remember how I came into it. And it was supposed to be a replacement for my 1,1 at the time. And I got it back here. I had it all hooked up and everything. And it's like, wow, this thing's slow. And it's like, well, here it only has one processor in it. Now it does have a quad core processor. So, yeah, this isn't even a heatsink. It's just like an air deflector, Jay. It's, you know. So, hi, Callum. So what I did is I actually I went out and bought a Mac Mini, 2012 Mac Mini, to replace my 1,1 because it was starting to get kind of slow. And so what I did is I took this to work, and I was using this at work for a long time. So, and it worked fine. I mean, it was a great machine. It ran. I think I ran El Cap on this. If I remember, I think you can run High Sierra on these natively without like hacking them. I could be wrong. So, but I thought, well, this will make a good streaming machine. You know, it's been sitting in my shed for probably over a year. I took the heatsink cover off, and this thing's just held on by magnets. And all the little pads here came off, so I glued them back on. So this thing is significantly easier to work on than the 1,1. I always forget how much easier this one is to work on than the one. The first one is a pain in the ass. So oh yeah, that's right. Thanks, Steve. I'm glad you remember. So okay, it runs El Cap. That's fine. So it's okay, Trina. This one actually isn't as bad as some of the ones he has. This one has a huge dent here in it. If you see right here, it's kind of hard to tell. But if you look, I'm kind of stretching my cord here to the, whoop, now I just lost my camera, there we go. It's hard to, yeah, there's a big dent right here in the back. And this fan cover is loose, which it doesn't really affect the functionality of the machine. So I just let it go. It just kind of makes it a little annoying when you have to play with the PCI slots, because I think the top 2 slots are pretty much unusable because of how far it's pushed in. But that's okay. I don't really. Are you talking about the one that I have here? Or one that you have there, Jay? Hey, I told Jay the same thing. Jay was going to go through. He was going to clean this case of this 5,1 up, and I said, "Dude, don't worry about it." I said, "It doesn't really affect the functionality." So I'm not terribly. I mean, I probably will. The problem with this is actually kind of bordering on affecting the functionality of the computer, because if I can't use the upper slots, then we might have an issue. So. Yeah, it just needs a little love set. So, now you guys are all going to make fun of me. Hey Steve, one of those was fully working. At least it was at one point in time. So, you guys are going to laugh at me. This is the only video card that I have right now to put in this machine. It's a Radeon X1900, which I know is not a great video card, but it's the only thing I have. See, the problem is I have. Where's that other one at? It's still in the kitchen on the stove. All right, so here's the problem. I have this Radeon 4870 card, which is actually a Mac card. So it works flash for Mac. The problem is it takes 2 power rails to power it. I only have 1 power cable right now. So so right now, just to get this machine up and running, we're going to run the X1900. So until I get another power cable. Now what I might actually do is I have a 1,1 at work that has my 5750 in it. So what I might do is actually take the 5750 out of that computer and put it in this one, because the 5750 is a much better card. I don't think that's in the freaking slot. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. And take the 4700 and put that in that computer. Because that computer doesn't really do anything, to be honest with you. All it does is get on the internet. And run a file maker. Other than that, it doesn't really do anything. This one did work, Dana. I mean, the last time I used it, it worked. I'm not going to say it still does. I'd use the 4870J, except I only have one power cable at the moment. I ordered another one, but it won't be here for a couple of days. I just want to see if the machine's still working. So, we have 2 memory cards.
with 16 gigs of memory. Yeah, 8 gigs each. And these are all matching. I actually got the memory from Greg Thompson from MacYac. He was stripping down his 1,1, selling parts, and I bought most of the parts off of it. So, yeah, I know that is famous last words. It worked when I used it last. So, well, the thing is this computer's actually been sitting for probably a year and a half. So, we're going to see if it still works. We're going to hope it still works. So, now it has I know this is one of my work machines because it has a 1 terabyte spinner in it. And it had a 128 gig SSD. At least I'm assuming this is the SSD for it. But it's 120 gigs, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be the drive for this computer, because all of my computers at work have 120 gig SSDs in them, because I don't need anything more. I only basically need enough to run the operating system to boot it, so they're actually like fast enough to be usable. Yeah, I know. Shut up, Jay. I don't need to hear your shit. You're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy. No, actually, it's a 1900. It's a 1900 XT, and yeah, I know they run hot. They were running a bit on the warm side. It's like saying Antarctica's only a little cold. This 4700, I've actually burnt myself on this thing. It gets that hot. I went to take it out of the computer after powering the machine off and grabbed the card, and this whole metal plate here was hot as hell. So I have a new table coming, guys. Don't fret. I have all kinds of good new stuff happening soon. I don't have an NVIDIA card to put in it. I don't like NVIDIA cards anyway. I never have. Yeah. I've never used NVIDIA cards, even in my PCs. I never really cared for them. Just like Intel processors, I was never a big Intel processor person either. Steve says no Audi. Yeah, I don't have an Audi. I have a Saturn, Steve. I don't know why you would ever think I have an Audi. Well, I find double-sided tape works just as good for holding these SSDs in. After all, that's all that's holding the SSD in my 5,1 Mac Pro. So, I know, Steve. I just kind of mess with you. Alright, so, well, guess now's the moment of truth. Oh, and luckily I did find my DVI adapter. It was in my toolbox where it's supposed to be. You know, the logical place it would be. I have an ATI and everything. Matter of fact, the Toshiba laptop I have has an AMD okay, well, that's kind of weird. I didn't even hit the power button, it just powered up on its own. Well, isn't that nice? I don't seem to be getting any video out of it, though. Oh, give me 1 second. See what's going on here. Yeah. Trina, I need a producer. That's what I need. I need somebody who actually goes through and makes sure all this crap is working right before the production happens. Alright, so apparently we're not getting any video out. all the fans are kind of going crazy. And I have red lights everywhere. Got, looks like 2 bad RAM modules on that card and 1 on this card. So it looks like I can't read. Can't see it enough to read it. So it looks like DIM 3 on the lower card and DIM 2 and 3 on the upper card. Okay. Yeah, the power light's flashing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Like I mean, and these memory modules are fairly new. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm trying, Trina. In my experience with these older pros with these memory cards, this 9 times out of 10 fixes the problem when you have memory lights. Not always, but a fair amount of the time. Why is the power light flashing? Okay, so now I have an error on DIM 2 on the lower card, and the upper card is fine, and I still have no video coming out. I did plug that power thing into the motherboard, right? The logic board? Oh, yeah, I did. So this is something I've never seen before. Sorry, I'm kind of stretching the camera to its limit here. Readjust this. Sorry, the camera keeps cutting on and off. There we go. I've never seen the power light breathe on and off like that when the machine's turned off. That's a new one. I always thought that meant it was sleeping. No, I unplugged it. Oh, you mean the first time? Yeah. Well. Yeah, this is going to be interesting at least. While I had these out, I hit the, I think it's the SMC reset down there too. Yeah, it's quite possible. I'm not going to say it's not a GPU issue. Yes, I did. I did it over here at my desk. I don't have my desk camera turned on right now. Whew, man, that's dusty. I'm just now realizing I'm almost out of compressed air. Those are both seated firmly. Oh, you mean the actual... Oh, the actual... No, I did not wipe the actual modules down. Now that time the computer shut the whole way off. Alright, since you want to see me clean the contacts on the RAM, see. I thought you meant the tray, Jay. My fault. I'm not going to pull the other one out because the other one's not giving me any red lights right now. Alright. Alright, I got no red lights on the trays. Got a chime. No, unfortunately I don't have another one here that I can actually use. Let me try something once. See, the computer's in sleep again. I didn't look that far yet, Dana. Let's just put it this way, I didn't notice any. Okay, so this is video 1 here. Not that it should really matter, but at this point in time, oh, better safe than sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of holding that too. Like I said, it's been a while since I've used this graphics card. Alright, we're back on now. So OBS crashed on me. Hey, Tobias. Yeah. Yeah, I did check that, Trina. The 5770 I eventually want to put in this is not. It's a PC card, but I've used it in my Mac Pros for years. I just don't get a boot screen. Matter of fact, it's in use right now at work. The 5770 is in my 1,1 Mac Pro that I use at work. Yeah, I think this video card's borked. I don't have any red lights on the RAM now, though. I don't have any lights on the logic board or the video card. I just wanted to use an actual Mac card. To get it fired up. And then put the 5770 in it. See, now the lights... There's something screwed up with this thing. There it goes. No, there shouldn't be a CPU problem with this thing. I mean... Yeah, you're right, Jay. It probably does belong in a museum. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to agree with you that we have a GPU issue. No, I don't think it's the computer, Steve, because it chimes. You didn't give me this GPU. I had this GPU. You didn't even give me a or I think if you did, I think you might have given me a GeForce 7300 or something. I don't think there was a GPU in it when I got it from you, Steve. I pulled this 1900 out of a 1,1. Yeah, I didn't need one. I mean, yeah, it's not even getting warm or nothing. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was dead. Now what's going on? And I doubt we can run. Why does that keep cutting on and off? Yeah, I don't. Well, I shouldn't say I don't. I might. I just don't know where it is. I know it's not here at the house. Oh, power button board seems fine. I doubt I can run this off of one power rail. Oh. Well, this has been a wonderful stream, hasn't it? Yeah, that's true. So, well, I could try. Oh, Lord. We can try running it headless and see. Well, it definitely doesn't act quite as screwed up. One has a 250 meg tape drive. Oh my gosh. All right. Although, you know what I can try? I don't know if this will work or not. Where's that? I wonder if I can use my USB video adapter on this thing to get some video out of it. I used to do that on my G5. Yeah. Yeah, Steve. We're kind of losing track of where you're going. I don't know. I never needed them on my G5. I think you need the drivers if you want accelerated video. I'm not even getting a chime out of it now. I'm sure this isn't going to work, but... I didn't even know you grabbed any Pentium PCs from there. I thought you just grabbed Macs. Excuse me. I'm not even getting a chime out of it now. Get one when I unplug that USB thing, though. Oh, thank you, Trina. Holy shit. Well, alrighty then. Yes, amazingly we do. Give you 2 seconds here, guys.
Well, I did have video. I had video on the display on the monitor. Okay, fine then. You want to be a pain in the ass? Let's be a pain in the ass then. Warning. The power cable for your computer's graphic card is not properly connected. Well, we know it's doing something because it's pissed. But it is working. Oh, okay. So this G5 server. What? So apparently I must have had this is an SSD though. Why the hell would it say G5 server? And they're ridiculously short freaking goddamn Okay. Okay. Well, this is interesting to say the least. Let me try to get it on my network here so we can see what the hell's going on. Cable for built-in Ethernet 1 is not plugged in. Why is Ethernet 2 not showing up? Okay. There it is. Oh, shush. Sorry, this is not exactly high tech, but it's working, sort of. So the computer's running. No, I don't have any graphics cards that don't require external power at the moment. So, okay. Well, I have no idea what this is, what the hell is going on. So, okay, so we're running a Tiger server, which the only computer I ever run Tiger server on is my G5. And the thing that gets me is it says server 6816, which is the name of my server at work. Okay. So, truthfully, this should be a PowerPC version of Tiger, and it's running. But I've never run an SSD on my G5 because they're kind of finicky. All of our memory's working. Our video card's working. Bluetooth is working. All right. So this is very weird. What is this? Untitled. So this is 17 gigs available. Okay, so this must be the SSD. What is this? Mac OS. What? What the heck is going on here? Serial ATA. Well, okay, so there's the... Huh. Okay. That's weird. So I have a 465 gig untitled drive, a 464 gig drive titled Mac OS, and then I have my SSD right here, which has 17 gigs available. Weird. I just don't understand why this SSD would have 10.4 server installed on it. And it says G5 server. I don't remember ever running an SSD because I don't have an SSD in my server. I have just regular hard drives. Oh, it's reading it. Okay, this thing must only be able to do 800 by 600 without the power cable being hooked up right. I'm actually amazed it's working at all, personally. Wow. Alright, so... is odd. Hey, QuickTime Broadcaster. The thing is if I would have ran this in a PowerPC, you wouldn't think any of these applications would run, except for the fact that, I don't know, maybe they've been carbonized? I don't know. I've never ever run Tiger on a Intel machine before, so I don't know. Huh. It's weird. Oh, everything seems to be working. I just would have thought that if this was in my server, that I would have, that because my server's a G5. I just think that if this was in my G5, that it wouldn't run on this machine, but apparently it is. I mean, I'm not going to leave this on here. But at least it's up and running. Yeah. Why I would have 1,000 different copies of Mac OS on this hard drive. Oh, you know what? I bet you I was going to use this computer in my shack when I had the shack down at the garage. That's probably why I had all these versions of Mac OS, and I probably never did because I used my 1,1 because it was actually more powerful with 8 cores versus 4 that this machine has. Huh. The screwed up thing is the time's even set. So, okay. Well, hey, it's working. I guess more or less we did revive it. Definitely going to have to get another... I did order another power cable. So... range. Whoops. Huh, okay. Well, at least we know that works. Sort of. Got the memory issues sorted out. That's a plus. I can fart around with this off screen. Get it set up. I'm going to run probably L cap on this, but I don't want to push a video card too hard without unlock the stupid computer. I might actually try to see if I can get that dent out. That's the only thing that's really wrong with this computer. Other than that, this machine's actually in pretty good shape for being a piece of scrap metal. Oh.
So, well, we got some time, so let's see if we can revive another one. What do you say? Oh. I didn't trip over an iMac. There ain't no iMacs in this damn house. Yes, it's a G3 Snow. Oh, you did? Oh my lord, I'm sorry to hear that, Steve. Oh, that had to hurt. Oh. Those damn iMacs. They're a killer. Okay, so this is a Snow iMac that I'm actually... Yeah, I know. He's just sitting there in his own little world. So this is a Snow iMac G3. This is a 500 megahertz. Has a, at least initially, it had a 30 gigabyte hard drive, a DVD, a modem, and something else. I can't read it. It looks like it originally had 128 megs of RAM. So, I know your toast now Bondi blue. Oh my lord. Oh, I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there's no memory in here. So, toast Bondi blue. Good lord. Let's see if we can dig up some memory here. Here's a 128. That's DDR. That's DDR. Hey, Miss No, how you doing, huh? PC 100. PC, I have no idea how to. That is DDR. I got enough DDR memory here to kill somebody at this point. Now I just need a freaking computer to use the crap in. What's this? I don't know. It says Apple though. Hey, DDR2. All right. So, let's see here. Well, no idea how big that one is. I have no idea how big this one is. Steve has more iMacs than he's going to admit to. I think he has 3. This one says Apple on it, so let's try this. See what happens. Four or five they hide. Oh my God, Steve. Steve won't let me take inventory, Trina. I've tried. every time I want to take inventory and see what he's got going on down there, he tries to break my hands. Because he's afraid that if I know what he's got there, then that's just going to make me want more. Just suffice it to say, he's got probably well over, I'm going to say well over 300 computers. Part of the problem is I don't even think Steve knows what he has sometimes. Because he's got stuff everywhere. There's stuff in the basement. There's stuff in the garage. Yeah, see? He found a Quicksilver he didn't even know he had. He's got stuff in the attic. He's just got stuff everywhere. Oh, I'm over by 100. Wow. I'm not... I wouldn't be so sure about that, Steve. If I don't know, I can't get yelled at. You can only get yelled at if Allison knows how many you have. I don't think she really cares as much as you think she does. Yeah, he's not sure, Trina. That's the problem. He doesn't even... I don't think Steve has any clue as to how many machines he has. I think... We have a better idea of how many machines he has than Steve does. Truthfully. Alright. Well... I love how you can use the Apple extension cable on a keyboard, but not the mouse. That makes a lot of no sense. And... I don't know the status of the hard drive in this. My mic is garbage. Yes, I'm... Is that a little better?
Okay, how about now? Is that better? I know it's only one channel. That's the best I can do. Is it sending anything or no? Testing. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, how's that? Is that better now? It should be coming through on both channels too, hopefully.
How's that? Is that better now?
Oh yeah, I can hear myself. Oops. Okay. So, I have no idea how on earth you would ever get static on a USB mic, but apparently you can get static on a USB mic. So, we are now using my SingStar microphone setup for my PlayStation 2 that just happens to work on a Mac. Basically, it takes two regular mono mics and puts them into a USB device to be plugged into the PlayStation so that you can sing along to one of the games. I can't remember which game it is. So, I think I found it in a thrift store. I don't even think I have the game. I just, I thought the mics were cool. So, maybe I should just use this from now on. I can carry the thing around with me. Oh, Lord. Okay, so. Okay, so what we got is a Snow White iMac. And we're going to try and see if we can boot this sucker. Christian, you're still here. Yay. Yes. Alrighty then. Well, this thing's really upset. Well, I guess this one has a dead power supply. I don't know. I was thinking something probably along the lines of bed, but no, knowing you, yeah. Well, I guess this one's going to need a power supply. Lovely. Hey, Thomas. I knew I had issues with this machine before, but I didn't think it was this bad. All I get is a slight popping sound out of the speakers, so I'm going to say the power supply is probably borked. Oh, iMac. Oh. It's probably a summer of '01 model. Yeah, okay. The iMac Snow. Whoops. Yeah, I've had this machine sitting in my house for probably over a year now. I remember I did boot it up when I first got it. Um, and I think I remember having issues with it booting. I truthfully don't recall. But this isn't the one I wanted. I was told it was another machine. I didn't see pictures of it, and I bought it sight unseen like an idiot. And I drove like an hour to go pick it up, so I figured I might as well just take the damn thing. I was told it was a 700 megahertz graphite, and it's actually a 500 megahertz Snow. But I got it for like $30, I think. So I wasn't too worked up over it. Yeah, I got the Pro working. Excuse me. Whoops. Something tells me I'm probably going to need a power supply for this one, or an analog board, or whatever the hell they call it. Probably this down converter board would be my guess. I'm trying to remember which part actually goes bad on these. I think it's that down converter board. Yeah, I know, Steve. I'm going to have to stop out there, I guess. Oh, this thing really does go into depth on how to take this thing apart, doesn't it? I've never actually looked at one of these manuals. Here we go. That ain't gonna stay at $50 for a color classic 2. I can tell you that right now. Alright, well, I guess we'll do what, the service manual says. Check for power. See if we can, figure this out. See what's going on here. See what part I need. So that I can source one from some funky dude out in New Jersey. Yeah. Stubby screwdriver. Well, I don't have any stubby short screwdrivers here. I do have some really long ones though. I gotta get my toolbox out. Oh, it'll sell, trust me. Once the community finds out there's a Color Classic 2 on eBay, trust me, they'll be on that like white on rice. Classic 2s are not very common here in the States. Is there a reserve on it? If there's a reserve on it, I'm sure they probably want stupid money for it.
No reserve. Oh. That's kind of promising. Yeah. Yeah, Steve needs a Quadra 840 AV badly. Alright, well somebody's been in this computer before because there's a lot of screws missing. And I can assure you it was not me. Well, I shouldn't say I wasn't in it. I was in it, sort of. I was in it long enough to snark the memory out of it. I know that. Oh, it's only the board. Alright, what the heck's a stuck one? Speaker. There we go. Jesus. Well, we got a battery in here. From 2000. So that's original. Hasn't leaked. So let there be power. Okay. .840 AVs are pretty hard to come by. Steve can tell you that for a fact. .840 AV was never a real big seller to begin with, because it came out right around the same time as the Power Macs, and I think a lot of people made the mistake of going with Power Mac over the 840. So okay. Plug in the computer, leave it powder. Ground the black probe on the voltmeter to a screw. Touch the red probe on the voltmeter to the top pad, pin 1 at J9. And see if you have 5 volts on the logic board. Hi, Lucy. Ah. And we do. We do have 5 volts.
And that battery is so dead it barely even makes the needle move. Okay. And no power situation. First check for 5-volt trickle power J9, which we did. We do have that. Then check the DCO voltage on the logic board at capacitor C4. Ground black probe on the voltmeter to logic board screw is shown diluted in the photograph below. Touch the red probe to C10. The DCO voltage should measure approximately negative 1.2 volts with the power cord plugged in. Where the hell is that at? Lucifer. Lucifer. Come here. Come here. Hi, little Lucy. Hi, Lucy. What are you doing, Lucifer? Hi, little Lucy. You okay? Are you okay? What you mewing for? What you mewing for? Oh, I love you too. What? You're bad. You're bad. You okay? You never hang out with me like this. What's going on? Oh, you're in heat. That's what's wrong. Okay, so C4. That's how I see it. Okay. Of course, I don't have a digital multimeter here. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to find negative volts. A reading of negative 1.2 volts up to plus 1 volt indicates the logic board is okay. Without a reading, verify the fuse at F901 is okay. Okay, well, I can't get the system to power on. Lucy? Lucy has decided to join us, if you can see her. She's being a little love bug today, which is kind of unusual for her. Hi. Yes, you're adorable. You're adorable. Yes, you are. Yes, Lucifer. Yes, Lucifer. Well, we have 5 volts trickle power, so according to the service manual, that means that the logic or the analog board is likely okay. So I'm still kind of maintaining this down converter board is probably going to be the issue. I've had these fail quite a few times on these models. And they're not terrible to replace. You just pull the logic board out and pop a new one in. Now I did hit the PMU reset. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. Probably not. But we can try. Nope. Yeah. I'm going to have to get a down converter board. I did, however, see that there does appear to be a disc in it. If we can get it out. Probably not. There does seem to be a disc in it. Huh. And by the fact that it's popping whenever I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it. It does that every time I hit the power button. It doesn't do anything else. So I have a feeling that it's getting power. It's just that somewhere on the down converter board, something is not behaving. Because this board here only works whenever the computer's actually on. Now, I will try one thing, just in case. Nope. Negative. This one does appear to have the LG down converter board in it. Looks like the plastics on this are starting to take a little bit of a beating, but not too bad. So I will have to get a couple of parts for this one. I don't have any extra iMacs. I'm not going to tear my Ruby apart just to get this one working. Tell you what, while we're in here though, let's take a look at this hard drive. It looks like it's been replaced before because there's only 2 screws holding it in. So I have a feeling somebody was in here and farting around with this before. Because there's a lot of screws missing. 40 gig. Has a 40 gig Mac Store Fireball. It's an Apple drive, so it's been replaced. Seeing as how it's an Apple drive, I wonder if somebody replaced it at a service somewhere, or what. It's pretty odd. It has an Apple branded drive in it. Either that or somebody just threw that in. They had a 40 gig Apple branded drive floating around. Yeah, I might have to meet up with you in the next week or two there, Steve. Might have to do a little drive out to Allentown, dude. Because I want to get this computer out of my house. And I'd really like it to be working. To some extent when it leaves. So we will pop her back together. See, Steve, you could have had another finicky iMac in your collection. God, I hate these RFI shields. Well, you didn't have a dozen the last time I offered it to you, though. Well, I don't know, maybe you did. I thought we determined that you had 26 of them. Yeah, but this says, it says it had a 30 gig hard drive in it from the factory, though, Steve. That's the only reason I questioned it. I'm doing Mac drive backup day today. Well, that's always a good thing to do. You should always keep your drives backed up. Oh, I know. I've replaced hard drives and these iMacs many, many, many times. They don't, yeah, you're right, Steve. They don't last because of the heat. I don't know. I still contend that this was a lousy design. I was never a big fan of these G3 iMacs. How many Commodore pets do you have? Hey, Lydia! Those are typically a computer that most people would say that they only have one of, if they have one at all. They're pretty hard to find. Steve has a whole garage full of iMacs, and I mean that in the most literal way. He has a garage full of iMacs. 7 of them. Are they all different? Like, because I know there's multiple versions of the pet. I don't know exactly how many, but I know there's the original. And I know there was 40 column, 80 column versions, ones with different memory configurations. I know I've seen some guy even made a color pet out of one. kind of neat machines. I wouldn't mind coming across a pet. Ah, okay. Yeah, because I know they have the original pet with the built-in cassette with the little chiclet keyboard, and then I know they have the later models, and it seems like they all have like just a slightly different keyboard layout. I was never a Commodore person, so I don't know a lot about them, but I've seen them. Yeah. Oh, so do I. I have more pets than you do, Steve. I got way more pets than you do. And fun 22,000 microfarad 35 volt capacitor. Are you talking about the one in the pet, the big humongous sucker? I've seen those. Yeah, yeah. I've worked on some amateur radio equipment, stuff like that over the years that have had those big monster filter caps in them to filter out AC line noise. And oh yeah, you don't want to get near those. I charged one up and shorted one out one time and just watched the sparks fly. It was kind of fun. Terrifying, but fun. So, oh. So, things did not go quite according to plan today. Might as well give Steve his advertising time, so that he can get what he pays for here. So, if you haven't seen Steve's channel, go to Mac84 on YouTube, subscribe to him. Next time he streams, make sure you give him a super chat or two. So, Steve is Steve's part of the reason that we have so much crap here to work on. So, and yes, smash that like button. I don't have the thing set up for that right now, so I really need to get off my lazy ass and learn more about how to use OBS. I know it does a lot more than I do with it. I just have not learned how to do a lot of the stuff that I'd really like to do. So, okay, Jay. Well, by the time you get back, I might be gone because I'm probably going to be ending here shortly. I've been on for 2 hours now. Over 2 hours. It was 2.5 hours, so probably going to cut off here soon. But I am going to probably fart around with this 3.1 Mac Pro here. Get it up, at least sort of running. I should yeah. Well, this is true, Jay. I understand that. So I should get off my lazy ass and get off of YouTube and actually learn more about how to use OBS. I know it does more than I have done. Um, I just need to learn how to do different things and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna play. I'll probably play with this 3-1 Mac Pro a little bit this afternoon. Okay, Steve, take care. I'll talk with you in a little bit then. So, I mean, I have. Hey, no problem, Steve. Um, I mean, I figured out some things like I figured out how to integrate it with my touchscreen monitor and stuff like that. So we're getting there slowly. It takes time. And I'm not a professional by any means, and I never claimed to be. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to be a professional. I like doing things just on the fly. It's more fun that way. So, but anyway, so I want to thank, of course, Jay and Steve, Sad Mac, Thomas Armstrong. We got Christian from Macintosh Garden. If you're not downloading your software for your old Mac from the Macintosh Garden, you're doing it wrong. Go to macintoshgarden.org and download all of your wares from Christian. Screw that other place. They make enough money. Oh, who else we have? We had Trina here. I haven't seen her for a while. She might have ducked out. I know Miss Nebulosity was here. I haven't seen her on for a while. I know Mike Mullet was here. He was at work, so he probably had to duck out. So, Tobias Peterson. So, anybody who is still here, thank you. I appreciate it. It does appear like I have 12 people viewing me right now. So, hey, there's Christian. Like I said, if you're not downloading your software for Macintosh Garden, you're doing it wrong. So make sure you go to macintoshgarden.org and download all of your crap for your old Mac. If he doesn't have it, you don't need it. So, and while you're there, make sure you check out his new site. He's been diligently working on redoing his whole site. I think he's been running the same site for about 10 or so years, and I know it's starting to get kind of dated, so he's been diligently working on his new site, so make sure you check that out. Also, I'm going to give a plug to Action Retro. Make sure you visit his channel, please, on YouTube. The dude, now by the name of Sean. Hi, Ivan. He is, first of all, he's one of my patrons, but also he makes some really awesome videos. If you like watching his hands waving here, he has some really cool crap over there you really got to check out. And he's been doing some Power PC stuff lately with Christian's help from Macintosh Garden. They've been working on getting Minecraft working on Power Macs. A reasonable version of Minecraft working on Power Mac, and Sean has just set up a Minecraft server on a G5. So go over to check out his channel and see some of his stuff. He's got a really interesting SE30. He calls it the cursed SE30. It looks like a disaster, but it's actually a really cool machine. So check out his channel too. He was here earlier, but he probably ducked out early. He probably had things he was doing. So, of course, check out Mac Yak. We should be back this coming week after being off for 2 weeks. So, that's all I got to say on the subject. So, at this point in time, I'm going to end this. So, I want to thank everybody for coming. And thanks for the Sunday entertainment. And hopefully we can do this again next week. So have a wonderful day and Happy New Year to everybody. And enjoy the rest of your weekend.